Hey, I just need a belt for Dr. Jones' car.
How many miles on the original belt?
It's got about 100,000, and I checked the service information. The belt's part of that scheduled maintenance.
Did you check out everything on the belt drive system?
I haven't quite yet. Let me go look.
Rick doesn't realize that the belt is not the only component that can become worn out. How the belt wears depends on all the components that make contact with the belt. When Dr. Jones bought the car, every component of the accessory drive belt system was new. This includes the belt and the automatic tensioner. This is why the maintenance schedule could make that promise that the belt could go 100,000 miles. Now, Dr. Jones has driven 100,000 miles. Not only has the belt worn, but the automatic tensioner has degraded along with other components of the belt drive system. This is why, for replacement, Rick should reset the system by replacing the tensioner along with the belt. Most tensioners have two parts that can become worn. The first part is the spring that applies force to the belt. This spring can fatigue or break because it is cycled billions of times as the engine is running. The tensioner, well, it's engineered along with the engine and the belt drive system. All brands of replacement automatic belt tensioners are not alike. Litens automatic belt tensioners are specifically designed for the unique packaging and operating conditions underneath the hood of a vehicle. They make these tensioners engineered for that specific engine and accessory drive belt layout configuration. They are highly recommended and preferred. When properly designed and applied, these belt tensioners will provide predetermined constant tension and variable dampening to the belt. The correct amount of tension is critical for the life of the belt. Too little tension and the belt will slip on the pulleys and cause premature wear. Too much tension can cause premature wear to the belt and even damage components like the alternator and power steering pump. Next to the spring is a mechanism that dampens the movement of the automatic tensioner. The parts inside create tension and friction that controls the movement of the tensioner arm. It is also prone to wear. So what if Rick only replaced just the belt? Chances are the belt will be quiet when Dr. Jones left, but the belt will wear prematurely and not make it to the next service interval at 200,000 miles. Let's go see how Rick is doing. Hey Rick, move the tensioner arm back and forth. How does it feel?
Definitely feels a little notchy. When I pull it past a certain point, it kind of loses tension.
Now spin the pulley on the tensioner arm.
I can hear the bearings making some noise and the pulley's moving.
Another way to inspect for internal damage on a tensioner is to look at the alignment of the gap between the arm and the base. If it's off or it's larger on one side than the other, it's a sign there's internal damage to the bearings and also the tensioner itself. Other items to inspect include the overrunning alternator decoupler pulley, the idler pulleys, and also the other components on the belt drive system, including the alignment of the alternator, power steering pump, and even AC compressor.
You know, if I just replaced the belt, chances are Dr. Jones would be back here pretty quick. Not only replacing the belt, but other pieces of the belt drive system.
Yeah, and that's the last thing we want for our customers. We're going to be seeing more and more high mileage vehicles like Dr. Jones's car in the shop that need belt replacement as part of regular maintenance. Many of these late model vehicles will require additional parts like tensioners and pulleys so the replacement belt can make it to the next interval. It is a win-win for the customer and the shop to renew the belt drive system.